Look at this. Look at this bull crap. So I am now officially pissed off. People have been up and around my camp. Like, I can't expect it to be fully private and secluded. It's not like I'm that far off out of the city or anything else for that matter. But what annoys the hell out of me is I spent a day or two at least cleaning all that garbage up and bagging it up. And eventually figuring out a way to move it down onto the main trail where the city parks department, whatever, whoever, Metro Parks, will go and pick it up and get rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of it. I went to the effort of picking it up. But someone came through and cut all those bags open and threw the garbage all over the place, defeating the purpose of all of my work. And this happened yesterday while I was at work. And it's really frustrating because the last couple of days I haven't been at work as much because I make my own hours. And to be honest, I've been working more than I'm getting paid for anyways. But that's a whole other discussion. So I've been bouncing back and forth in the bricks between the rain to come up and build my hut, my little shack. And that was fine throughout most of yesterday, up until about like 2 or 3 o'clock when I said, screw it, I'm tired, I'm hurting, just fell off my ladder, I'm done for the day. So I pack it in and I head out to work to go just stay warm, use the Wi-Fi, make some food, and then get to cleaning and whatnot. I ended up mopping the whole floor because I was bored anyways. But that's, again, not the point. So in span from like 3 to 8, someone was up there cutting through all that and tearing that up. And it annoys the hell out of me because I don't know, like, I'm way overthinking the situation, but it's basically one of two things happens. Either someone who's just wanting to be destructive came through and tore all that up just to destroy, just to break, or someone is so out of their gourd on the shit that's going around out here, that they can't even recognize that that's garbage and are tearing through it in hopes of finding something of use, something to sell, something to something to something to something. It just doesn't matter. I'm not going to put that much thought into their thought process, but it doesn't matter because it's frustrating because not only did it defeat all of the work that I did basically, and I'm gonna have to go back up there with more garbage bags and clean that up again and move the bags a little bit farther away, so if it happens again and someone decides they want to cut everything open, it's at least not as close to my camp. But yeah, the other reason why that's fucking irritating me is because it makes me look bad. I'm trying to be low profile out here. I'm way up in the middle of the woods where I'm not as easy to find. Like, you have to actually look for me to find me, more or less. And I'm far enough away from other people that are camping to where that if the city decides to do camping raids like they've been lately, these guys will get their attention long before I will. Again, I'm trying to like be very, very low profile and off the grid, other than the fact that I'm building a shack. That's kind of the catch-22 to the situation. This is what I mean. The public walking trail, there's just some beat boxes right there. Box line. Yum. So, yeah, but it all makes me look bad. You know what I mean? It makes me look bad. It makes it look like I produced all that garbage, and it's bullshit. It's fucking annoying. But whatever. I will go and clean it up again because I have to. It's just like, I don't know. This is why it's so hard to have a discussion about these situations, because I have a heart too. I care. You know, I give people money. I help people out. I give them food. I generally go out of my way to be compassionate to those who have less than me. But the issue is that the one thing that no one ever wants to address is the fact that there's always a rogue element to any community. And this community has an exceptionally large rogue element. It's just par for the course. And that rogue element, unfortunately, is hyper destructive to most facets of a society and community. And it sucks. And that's without getting into the deeper, intricate politics of our homeless community up here in the Pacific Northwest. Because similar to cities like New York, for example, we tend to be a hub or a mecca for just about everything. Not just the country, but other countries as well. Washington's a big tourist trap. And we're also, I believe, outside of California, the largest import-export port on the West Coast. So a lot of businesses operate through here. And so we have a lot of international trade and businessmen and blah, blah, blah. Just, there's a lot goes on here. And so due to the fact that there's a lot of money that cycles through here, and we're also a highly compassionate community, we tend to absorb people en masse. And then, like I've discussed in my previous videos, the several other states have been busing their homeless up to our state with contracts and whatnot. And I mean, they don't even have to contract them. All they have to do is explain how good it is here, and most people just get on the bus and go willingly. They're just getting extorted, let's be honest. They know people will pay them to get gone. They don't care where they're at. They'll get their needs met regardless. If anything, the drugs are probably better up here anyways, too, on top of it. So, hey ho. But no, it's just frustrating because it's such a dual-ended issue. Like, people are so compassionate on camera. People are so compassionate in their posts. People are so loving and caring out loud. But then when it comes to actually helping the communities, most everyone like myself gets written off as these haggard fucks. Like, I'm out here slumming it pretty hard, having to do what I need to do to survive. And I see the judgmental eyes when I walk around. I feel the tension of people and the way they think. And I usually let it go. Most people aren't that bad, but there are some, and it's noticeable sometimes. But it's whatever, because I don't look the greatest. I don't really care. I have good clothes that I wear at work that I change into, and then I switch back into this on my way back to my site, because I don't feel like getting my good clothes dirty. Plus, I want to be warm, eat my ass. Like, my appearance has never been a thing. I've never cared about how I looked, other than the sense of, like, I will wear what I want to. That's it. If I feel like putting something on that day, I wear it. It doesn't fucking matter. Shit, I'm wearing females' yoga pants underneath these to stay warm, because, to be honest, they're fucking nice and they're comfy. Oh, they're like yoga sweatpants, but anyways. Point fucking being is I still have remnants of being like 380 pounds. And so I got a lot of extra stomach and skin still that needs to come off, and my pants tend to rub on my belly a little bit. So those little yoga pants do help with those fucking belly guards, not gonna lie. I don't give a fuck. Again, I'm probably what would be classified as a modern male. I don't really have hang-ups on what's supposed to be for this gender, that gender, this race, that race. I really don't care. I do what makes me comfortable. That's why I don't get the modern culture we live in. Whole other topic I'm not going into, but just simply stating I don't get it. We're all inclusive while being as exclusive as possible. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Most everyone I know and grew up with have the same mentality that I do. We do what we want because we can. And nothing needs a fucking label. Straight, gay didn't fucking matter. Black, white didn't fucking matter. If you just wanted to do a thing, you did a thing. If you wanted to be a thing, you were that thing. It didn't really matter. You didn't need to announce it to everyone. People just looked and accepted, and they didn't really ask questions, not unless you were ridiculous and absurd. That tend to come from the older generations anyways. Like, for example, I was a little emo kid. Maybe if I'm feeling not lazy, I'll throw a fucking image, actually edit these videos a little bit, throw an image of my high school photos in. Anyways, as a little emo kid, not conforming as can be. You'd be not conforming too if you're just like me. Anyways, I got a lot of shit for it from a lot of the older folk. But as a general rule, no, most people I knew were like me. They didn't care. I don't know. I feel like the 90s kids, like the 90s, 2000s kids, were like a microcosm of the 60s. A lot of us were about freedom of expression, which is why it really confuses the fuck out of me even more that I'm being told over and over and over again that none of this ever happened, that we've always hated each other, that there was always this division, there was always this nonsense. And I'm just like, no. I don't care how many times you have to repeat something. It doesn't fucking become true. The issue with that and things like that, repeating something till it becomes true, is that a large portion of the population thinks fucking chocolate milk comes from brown cows. No. Anyways, I'm just basically going off on a tangent now because I'm a wee bit cooked, so to speak. Partaking a little too much of the jazz cabbage this morning. I ain't got no plans for today. The weather is shit, and I'm out of materials to build my hut with. I didn't math very well, and so I'm short like 6 or 7. That's how bad it is. They're like 6 or 7 at least 2x4s to finish the main structure. I'm gonna need several more boxes of screws, and then I'm gonna have to go up and get these fence posts similar to this stuff right here. So I'm gonna side my shack with. But I've gone on long enough, and I don't think most anyone sits around besides that one really nice